Hertha and Hoffenheim.
Well, I mean, I think you should start with this one. You got your boys on there.
It's interesting. Um, wasn't a pretty first half for Hertha. Um, I think that everyone's kind of always on the edge of their seat with them. When are we going to crumble? And it turned into another one of those days. Got things going. The big one for me is Cunha. I think the phenomenal signing for them. He's already proven his worth. Um, I think he's going to be really special for them. There's not a lot to say just because again this is one game to me, and I think that they're going to need a little bit more time, or we're going to need a little bit more time to see what they've got. But it's really really good sign, especially with the derby coming up, which we'll talk more about. I think just offensively they're starting to hit their strides. Um,
You're not going to touch on the old man getting on the score sheet?
yeah, Ibisevic. I mean, he's look, a workhorse, and I think that having somebody like that is only going to help them that much more, because they did bring in the young talent, and this is somebody that probably gets forgotten about. Um, guess I'd have to mention Solomon Kalou. I think that he, prior to quarantine, played his last fixture at Hertha, so they will be without him. I assume forever. But no, I mean, jokes aside, I love the pairing that they've been running at the back. Young defenders.
Yeah, that Boyata it's so nice.
Yeah, and I think that that's something that we haven't mentioned as much because I think historically Hertha has been so strong defensively. But you have to remember, just a few weeks ago, they were letting in goals left and right. We said, okay, what happened to this this side? And they really shored up that defense, and I think it's paid dividends. Now the attacking players feel confident to get out there and get goals. Luca Bacchio still causing problems. I mean, they're a talented squad. There's weapons all over. Um, and I really do think they're going to be able to hold on to a lot of the guys too. I don't think they're going to have a lot of exiting players, and that's going to help them a lot. On the other side, a Hoffenheim side that has looked good of late, would have hoped to do better today, or I'm sorry, in this fixture, but I think things are gonna be okay for them. I don't see them tanking or anything like that. I think
No.
they're right around where they'll finish this year, which is for me is really good because they lost a ton of players. Um, so yeah, not a whole lot more to
No, I think
dissect from that one.
you hit that one perfectly.
Um, and praise to Bruno Labbadia too. This is a guy that doesn't get enough praise. I mean, he's made his rounds around the Bundesliga. One of the more underrated managers, and I think it's already showing his blueprint on that squad. So that's a big one for me too. Is the guy that really deserves a lot of praise. And this is not an easy situation to come into because it's a team that historically doesn't have a lot of expectations, but then when you go spend the money that you did and hype it up like you did, people start to hold you accountable for that. And Steven, I know that you want to talk about similar situation at Schalke that we might be experiencing, so we'll touch on that later. But it's another one for me, particularly in Germany, and how polarizing that can be to have an investor come in and spend that kind of money. Um, it's an interesting scenario, because on one hand, you absolutely have to get those results, because if you spend
Yeah.
that money and you don't get results from it, you know, super hypocritical. So